The left ear, the entrance of the ear, there's loads of hairs, the earwax is quite wet. So this patient is of South Asian descent, and just like myself, quite a lot of patients who descend from South Asia or Africa or from Europe, they generally have wetter wax. And people who originate or have ancestry from the Far East or the North Americas generally have dry wax. And there's a single gene mutation on the ABCC11 gene. And if you have one dominant guanine allele, so if you're into your DNA and your nucleic acids, if you have one dominant guanine allele, you have the gene for the wet wax. And what happens with that gene, you have a sweaty, oily gene, the same sweat, oily gene we have under our armpits. It's called a modified alpocrine gland. And that's what gives the earwax its wet consistency. If you don't have that specific mutation I just mentioned on the ABCC11 gene, and instead you have two recessive adenine alleles, you don't have that sweat gene. So if you've got dry wax, or if you don't have body odour, you're very likely to have dry earwax. Conversely, if you suffer from body odour, or sweat under your armpits, so some people don't sweat, others people do, and if you do have sweaty armpits when you exercise, for example, you're very likely to have wet earwax, and if you don't, then you're likely to have dry earwax. So we completed the left ear, and this is the patient's right ear. This right ear is much more impacted. The impaction is all the way from the entrance all the way to the eardrum, and you can see the colour of the earwax is quite dark. It was also on the left side. The darker the earwax, the longer it's been in the ear, it's matured, it's oxidised, and it turns, wax can turn, and also dead skin, keratin in the ear, it turns from a paler colour, so a pale yellow, orange, and the longer it's been there, it can oxidise into a dark, almost black appearance. And I'm just slowly trying to manoeuvre this out of the ear canal. You may not appreciate it from the video itself, but when you're performing the procedure, the patient's ears are very bendy and twisty. And what I've done, and the reason why you may not be able to appreciate it just by watching the video, is because I've used the endoscope in such a way to straighten the ear canal, so it's not visible to the naked eye. As I enter the ear, you quickly see the bend and the twist in this patient's ear. So just a bit of wax lodged at the entrance. I'm just peeling this downwards. So it's really compressed. This plug of wax has just got bigger and bigger because it's been there for a long time, and it's almost expanding within the ear canal. So the patient did have a bit of earache upon attending. Just block the tube there a bit. And slowly just bringing it forward, so a big chunk off there. So just to let you know, guys, for those of you who are on TikTok, I've finally been persuaded to create a TikTok account. You can find me at The Wax Whisperer. So on TikTok, I'm probably just going to put shorter videos. So there might be different types of videos that I normally upload on YouTube. On YouTube, generally, I don't like uploading very short videos, less than 3 minutes. So I know a lot of the viewers don't like that, but on TikTok, the limit is only 3 minutes. So I've got so many videos that are less than 3 minutes, very quick procedures. So if you feel you want to watch some of these shorter videos, I will be also uploading some of these longer ones. On TikTok, you've got the facility to speed the video up, so I might sound like a chipmunk with the narration, but just to squash it in from into 3 minutes. So the blockage it's actually been cleared. You can probably see how narrow this ear is actually from this angle and how twisted it is. I'm having to go to the left and then back to the right. Eardrum's intact. There's a bit of residual wet wax around the edge. Patient found it a bit sensitive near the end, so we just